Hi, this is Andrea Salvatore here. This is a video summarizing everything we have seen in the previous videos. So this is called the whole enchilada uh, video as we put it all together. As we have seen, the Forex Diver indicator is based mainly on the Bollinger Bands indicator. It shows you the Bollinger Bands levels for each of the four time frames is set to, and the upper value of each diver bar is the upper level of the Bollinger Bands of that time frame, in this case 1 minute. The lower level of the diver bar is the lower bar level of the Bollinger Bands. The white line is the middle Bollinger Bands, that is the 20 SMA period by default. And so the whole range of the Bollinger Bands of the 1 minute, in this case period, is shown. Same things for the 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 1 hour. As I told you before, we can change and customize each of the four time frames. So by default they are 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour. But if you like to trade on longer time frames charts, we are working now on the Euro Japanese yen 1 minute. If you want to trade on a 5-minute chart, 15 minutes or whatever, or longer, 1 hour, you can set the value of each Bollinger Band to what you like. For example, we can have 5 minutes instead of 1, 15 minutes instead of 5, 30 and 1 hour, or 1 hour and 4 hour here. So you can adapt the Forex Diver indicator to your trading style, your trading time frame. But it doesn't show only the Bollinger Band levels, so it doesn't show you only where on the Bollinger Band range the price is actually, but it also gives you indication about the trend. The trend is indicated based on trend indicators. The default one and the one that is also shown on the diver bars is the RSI. The RSI is also shown by these yellow lines. When this yellow line is below the white one shows you the 50 level. It means that you are in a bearish trend, like we have now in the 1 minute and the 5 minutes and the 1 hour. When it's above the 50 line, you see, like here in the 15 minutes, the diver bar is green. As I told you before, the RSI is the default trend indicator. You see, now the bars are changing trend, are changing colors, as the trend indicator, the RSI in this case, is changing direction. This can be a good entry sign, a good entry point, as we have the first three diver bars that are starting to have the same direction. Probably the price is bouncing at the middle of the 1 hour Bollinger Band. Okay, but we have to wait. We'll see later when we'll talk about entries and exit that usually I suggest you to wait for a trend line break, in this case of a resistance trend line break, before entering long. And same is good for the opposite. Wait for a support trend line break before going short. And okay, the trend indicator by default is the RSI, but you can choose between RSI, CCI, parabolic SAR, ADX, HAL moving average, and Bollinger Band percent B. So you got 6 indicator. All of them have good points and bad points. As I told you before, I use by default I use the RSI. Now, as you can see, all the bars are becoming green, so it's an even stronger signal of possible long entry. Okay, but let's get back to the summarizing of the wall indicator and all the information that we got from it. We got two small numbers below each single diver bar. The first one is a percentage that is the Bollinger Band percent B value. The Bollinger Band percent B indicator tells you exactly at what point the price is in the Bollinger Band range. So we are at the 84% on the 1 minute, 80% on the 1 minute now, between the top and the bottom of the Bollinger Band range. So we are above the 50% and we are actually at 62%. Let's look at a longer time frame so it's much more stable. On the 1 hour, the Bollinger Band percent B indicator tells us that we are at 56%. That means that we are a little above the middle. Okay, so we are in the second half of the diver bar. You see, the diver bar are divided into 4 steps. Okay, this is the same when it's red, but of a different color. So from the bottom to the first step is 0 to 25%. From here, from the first step to the middle is 25 to 60%. From the middle to the third step is 75%. From the third step to the top of the diver bar, we are 100%. The Bollinger Band percent B can be below 0, so can be negative or above the 100%. This happens when the price goes above and below the Bollinger Band. We know that this is a interesting bullish or bearish signals, or an interesting signal of a possible reversal. So it's important to have this information, and we'll see that we will use this information for spotting entries on in particular on the trend following method that we'll explain later. The second number that we have below each diver bar is the pip range of each diver bar. When we got 16 pips, 19 pips, 91 pips, 112 pips, it means that from the top to the bottom of the diver bar there are 16 pips, 19 pips, 91 pips, 112 pips. This is what is called somehow it can be called the Bollinger Band bandwidth. It tells you how big is the difference between the upper and lower value. We know that the difference between the upper and the lower value tells us when there is volatility and when there is not. If we have a very few pips, like now we have in the 1 minute and 5 minutes, we only have 15 pips, 20 pips, it means that we are in a range in a consolidation market, okay, in a consolidation period. You can see the price is moving within 20-25 pips since the last 1 hour and a half. We have to wait for this range, for this consolidation phase to be broken before entering. So this is a very good indication, and we see that instead on the 15 minutes and the 1 hour, so on longer time frames, we have much more volatility. The diver, the Forex diver, helps us to spot squeeze break. One of the methods, the trading method that you learn later is the squeeze breakout, the volatility breakout. So after a squeeze of the diver bars, you'll see a breakout in one direction or the other. It depends on the signal that we'll have when this happens. This is one of the most profitable situations that you can have. So you have to wait for the consolidation, for the squeeze, for the volatility squeeze to end, and for the breakout to start. Okay, that's all for the whole enchilada, explaining the whole information, all the information that you got for the Forex Diver. But you got another information that is very, very important, but it can be coded. It comes from the pattern that the Forex Diver makes. You know, the position of each single bar tells you a lot of things. In the manual, you have a lot of screenshots about that. They will help you to recognize patterns. This is the real potential of the indicator. It is very visual. With a short time, you learn to recognize pattern, and so recognize what is going to happen, or at least where you are now. So if it's a good time to trade or not, if it's a period when nothing can come out like now, or if it's a period with great potential. Okay, that's all for now. Let's get to the next video.